Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Today's nightmare is quite a nightmare indeed. This is episode 3 of our Berlin 1936 game. This episode entitled Walpurgisnacht. I'll do a real quick recap in just a little bit about where we are in this wonderful world of Nazis, monsters, often one and the same, or no, they're all one and the same. And all kinds of strange mythic creatures and adventurers, as you will soon see. But first, let's meet our players. So I want to know who you are, who your character is, and how they're feeling as everybody heads out of Berlin for a fun little trip for a ritual in the countryside. So we'll start with Marvin.
Alright, so I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing the Revenant Pyotr Irvin, a fallen Russian soldier from World War I who was murdered by a giant spider summoned by my previous character, Montalili Gontry. What his vibe is right now, everyone from his own friends, who's he's known for a couple of days, to his long-lost love, Elizabeth Bathory, wants this thing called Holy Grail, or I'm not even sure it is Holy Grail, it's just Grail. But what I've seen from all of these people is that maybe it's not a good idea for anyone to have this. If it's, enticing violence and greediness and just, overall evil. Working with Nazis! That's what it's come to for people to find this thing. Working with Nazis. That should tell you how bad it is.
Well, we will see that quest for the Grail as this episode goes on. After that, we have Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas. I'm playing Loretta Blatt. She's a hunter class, and she's basically been trained unknowingly until adulthood that she would be a vampire hunter. Only is trying to go after that, but takes other contracts when necessary. Hasn't been in Germany long. She's kind of there on loan from America, and going to the countryside sounds like a good break after the last night at the party. Things got a little out of hand, but luckily no one got hurt and we got some important people saved.
Definitely.
That's right, no one did get hurt. We saved the guy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Our most successful jaunt in any of our games.
We're already more heroic than we've ever been in this show.
Well, I guess adversity brings out the best.
Except maybe the first season.
I don't know. Some of the stuff you guys did the first arc. Questionable. And then, very happy to welcome her. Joining us, we have a special guest. You will remember her as Nil Bill, Hobo Vampire King, who
I shot one in one arc.
Yeah, he showed up in
He's alive.
Look, he's a vampire, but him and his hobo friends were in like a little race with these guys. They were one of the other competitors. And they wanted to win.
We may have murdered some of the competition. Who knows?
Well, it was kind of a death race, so it's all to be expected.
The Underking.
But she's very happy to have her back, and she's playing an all-new character.
Yes. So I am playing Mina. She's a Japanese ninja, and she is interesting. So she's obviously has worked with the Gestapo, and some question that she still is. She has the whole style and all that going with her, and she's been obvious about that. But she's also very obvious with her disgust at their cowardliness almost, and so now she has pleaded with. Not pleaded. No ninja would ever plead. But she's now working with Gad, who she owes a debt to for this, to prove that she's here to help. And while she is very strong, she's also very suspicious.
Oh, very cool. Definitely kind of an outsider, which quite a few of our characters, except for our psychic and maybe our Atlantean vampire, are in this arc. Speaking of outsiders, we have Patrick.
Yes, hi. I am playing Merle von Worm, our friendly indigo dragon. Friendly as in feral. He is kind of getting more and more dragon-like as this arc is going on. He's ready for this. He's ready to get the grail. At the moment you heard that the grail was a thing that was physically a object to take, he was just like, I want it. And I kind of know where it's at. I know that's at least one person, good old Lord Claggett.
Lord Claggett, yeah.
Knows where it's at. So I'm keeping him close by on a short leash.
Well, we'll have to see how that
Well,
turns
Bafta is
out.
technically still.
And then we have our resident psychic,
Yep.
played by Nick.
Yep, I'm Nick. I'm playing Kurt Weiss. He's a German oracle, working for both the Bund and the Nachtjägers. And he's sort of surprised he was able to save the man of his foretellings.
Yeah, Hanussen
Yes.
are the other Berlin's most famous psychic and hypnotist.
Yep. So, and he's definitely unsure of what's going to be happening with this new thing, unless he somehow finds and foretells something else. So, we'll see.
And we'll get back to that because you did some psychic readings that I needed a little time to think up myself. So all will be revealed.
Mhm.
And then joining us again, very lucky to have him. It is Michael.
Yes, I'm playing Maximilian Kodik. He is a vampire who hails from Atlantis after some trickery from a long ancient agent of Belial. Tricked him into becoming a vampire by not letting him die in a flood. But besides that, he is just out and about. He's been in Germany for a good 30 years or so, just kind of getting his feet wet a little bit. Owns a nice little club in Germany, and as of right now is just trying to expand on that.
All right. So, in our last episode, our last adventure, you guys were all invited to this fancy ball attended by Alestra Crowley. Turned out to be a dragon in disguise. Crowley also brought along this book of runes, a runic alphabet, which within those pages contains the secret to unlocking the map to the Grail, this mysterious artifact that might be related to the Holy Grail of legend, an artifact sought by Frau Apfelbaum, aka Elizabeth Bathory, who is masterminding the Boreas Bund, this group of Nazi German mystics. She wants that Grail to return her to her former beauty, at least before she got turned into a tree. And she resurrected Lord Quincy Claggett to help her do just that. You guys are working for some of the more anti-fascist elements in Berlin, including Ein Sof, Gad Beck, who pulled you out and rescued you, as well as the Wolf Cubs, some youthful German counterculture werewolves who are helping you guys out. So we're going to pick up where after we do our session intros, where you are all heading to Brocken, which is where the map and the runic book point. And there on the peak of Brocken, Walpurgisnacht, oh, these German names, an ancient ritual is going to be completed, which will supposedly bring forth the Grail. So, before we start the session intros, I want to say we'll talk about your psychic image, and the psychic vision you have about Maximilian's future, and it's this. It's not a good one. It is his establishment, the Pearl, in flames, being blasted apart, shut down, and destroyed.
It was so close to the water.
Alright.
What's the fire brigade when you need it? Oh wait, causing the flame.
Oh yes, for
Actually,
very.
that's good. I'm actually going to mark corruption and ask who is the starter of the flame.
It is brown shirts.
You want to say me? I'm just like typical.
Oh yeah, you think Merle was just doing his little dragon breath and torched the place?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, it's
Be
a
the first.
roving brown shirt gang.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of a-holes.
Yeah, some stormtroopers. Any other questions there, or is that kind of
Let's see.
You can always come back if one
Yeah, well,
pops into your brain.
No, just out of curiosity, is our friend Maximilian in flames?
No.
Okay.
Just his hopes and dreams are burning. So, let's go back to
That'll
Maximilian.
do. Yeah.
So, for your session intro, what faction would you like to investigate?
Well, here's where I pose you the question. Do you want me to do the Vamp's Web at the same time?
Yeah, we can do both of them. That's usually how we do like those little
Okay.
opening ones, like your psychic foretellings and everything.
Well, let's see. I will go with mortality. So, haven't actually done a session intro move yet because I was here on the one shot last time. So let's see. So which character I trust the least? Well, yeah, that makes sense that it's mortality.
Yeah, we
Then
don't
it'll
really.
be,
That's kind of when we sort of breeze past because it
Okay.
takes a little while.
Yeah.
We want to get to the action, so.
Okay. Well, I'll roll against mortality, and do you want to specify a player or just the faction?
It could be the
itself?
faction. It could be. I would say I do want you to specify. Is it the Nachtjägers or is it the Witch Division, the SS Witch Division?
We'll go with the Witch Division.
All right. Let's see what those SS boys are up to. The Gestapo.
Boom.
Snake Eyes.
All right, you're going to be caught totally unprepared for what the Gestapo's doing.
Sounds good.
How does this
Yeah.
play out?
Okay, and then what's the
Alright.
Vamp's Web? You want to?
Well, for anybody who is in my web, at the start of the session, I choose someone in the web and learn a secret about them that they'd rather keep buried. So, since you're having visions about me, I'll go ahead and find a secret that Kurt
Oh man, reveal
wants,
that one.
he wants to keep buried.
Jeez. Would it be that that vision you had?
I think I would actually keep that a secret. I had actually planned on telling him. Well,
Well, it was either that or Merle, and Merle kind of told me his secret, so.
I mean, you never know what other secrets I contain. I contain many secrets. I've lived a long life.
That's true.
actually, no. I think I would keep that a secret.
Oh, okay.
Since I know that
All right. Well, would
Maximilian
you
himself isn't in the
compel?
flames.
Yeah. Would you compel Kirk to tell you that then?
No, it's pretty vague about it. It just says that I learned the secret.
Oh, okay.
So how it happens is just because
Yeah,
he's
vampiric
in the
power.
web, so
All right, that's fine. So yeah, you know it.
just kind of glean it off him, I guess.
You know that secret.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
gonna get torched, buddy.
Uh,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And we're going out of town.
Kurt,
All right.
So what happened?
Let's see.
for your session intro, who do you want to investigate?
I've got either mortality or power. That's the question. Let's see if I can glean some information about this ritual. So power, I believe, would be the one. So 5.
This is for power?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're just not quite able to get a line on what Ein Sof is up to, or what their golem making skills are doing.
Wait.
Einself is wild.
Einself is wild.
Oh, sorry, you said
Boreas
power. My
Bund,
mistake.
yes.
The
The
Bund,
Bund.
right?
Bund, yes.
Yeah. Again, you're not quite sure what ritual they're doing exactly.
All right.
Because they're all taking a road trip to Brocken. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
so
this is
foretellings,
foretelling.
yes.
Bitch,
Yeah.
what do you see, bitch? There you go.
Yes. Alrighty. Ooh, okay.
You can see the future.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's almost max. So
Nice.
so on a 10 plus, hold 2. Awesome. So I can spend my hold twice. To declare something terrible is about to happen and get that +1.
Very cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. How about our dragon?
I'm going to roll mortality. I'm going to look into the Nachtjägers to see if there's any connection between them and Order Draconis. That's a total 4.
Yeesh.
You have no idea.
I'm pretty sure
And
they're
you'll be
good at hiding.
unprepared for what the Knockjagers are up to.
It's a mystery to everyone.
Okay, Mina, you'll be a little different.
Yes.
We're awful.
Let's talk about the characters that you have debts to and who owes you.
Yes, so I have a debt to Gad because he took a chance and allowed me in the group. Well, obviously I was with the Gestapo right beforehand. And let's see. Oh, and how do you pronounce his name? Heydrich?
Yeah, Reinhard Heydrich.
Yeah. So Heydrich owes me 2 debts.
Ooh.
Because he's supposed to be heartless and he's supposed to be super cruel, but I saw him crying holding a puppy. And
Oh,
so,
wow.
To prevent me from telling anyone, he owes me his life.
I love it.
basically.
Let me mark that down for Heydrich. Okay. It's a regular Operation Anthropoid. That's the one that killed Heydrich. Spoiler alert. Later. Of puppy love for him.
That was
Okay.
Spain, they just stripped C4.
I know. Oh man, if only. Sorry. No. Puppies don't deserve that.
No.
Nah.
Even Nazi puppies.
Are there any other debts you
Nope,
Nina?
that's it.
Okay.
The immortal only gets 2.
No, there's 3, but I also can't think of anything else.
Which
All
ones
right.
have you already covered so far?
You could fill in later if you want to, or maybe one of these guys could fit
Just
into
toss one.
it.
Because there's a couple of mortals at this
Okay.
couple of mortal
Been here
names
for
at
a
this
while.
table.
Okay. I've been watching someone's lineage closely, keeping them safe from harm. They owe me 2 debts.
Could be Merle. I mean, his lineage is very important to him.
That's true.
Yeah.
With the dragon being reincarnated in each generation.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where the heck all my siblings went. I found one recently. Turned out he tried to kill me. That was fun. Nice axe. Tried to.
Yeah. Would that work for you, Mina?
Yeah, okay.
Sure, I'm down.
Well, it is. And then someone has seen you die and come back to life. They haven't told anyone your secrets. I owe them a debt.
I'd be more than happy to take that.
Yeah.
Could be Maximilian. He's been around in the world.
He's also been in Berlin longer than most of us.
Okay,
That's
so
possible.
probably
Could be
Turn
him
the
or
century.
I mean, Loretta's
Yeah.
always around death, so possible too.
And then the last one, someone usually accompanies you when you head straight into danger. Tell them why you trust them. I guess. I don't know. I guess
I don't think you have a friendship with anyone here
yeah,
established.
no, because
Okay.
I'm super new.
All right, you can hold off on that one.
Okay,
Maybe you'll make a firm friendship tonight.
we'll see.
All right, so Loretta, how about your session intro?
I'm gonna check in on the Bund because they were the hosts, if I'm correct with that.
Welcome to the lab.
Soiree.
Yeah,
Right.
they were sort of the ones
So,
behind
yeah.
behind
And I
it.
owe him.
I would report what happened, see if I can find out any more, because that's twice that they've hosted something that really scares the crap out of me. So, and I already know someone mortality is just coming for me. I'm just waiting for that moment where that psychopath shows up from the SS. So, yep, that's nothing. That's a good 3 on there.
Yeesh.
All right, all you will be unprepared
I know,
for the
right?
Bund, for whatever the Bund's up to.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Alright.
Okay, Piotr.
Alright, I'm going to roll with Knight. And I'll take a page from Game of Thrones. A bit of sexposition. with Elizabeth Bathory.
You're seeing what Bathory's up to as your
Yes.
in coitus.
I'm
Go
going
for
to abuse this relationship as much as I can.
All right,
So is
let's,
she.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
This is toxic.
Hey, broke the streak.
10.
Nice.
I'm gonna sit up here and just close my eyes. I don't want to see this.
It's a sight no one should have to see.
You could owe her a debt. She could owe you, cementing that relationship, or it could be someone else in the Bund. Maybe Wrath, if you've Wolfrath.
Riffraff.
Yeah, Riffraff.
So I got a debt on someone.
Streaker.
Can be a useful piece of information.
Okay, you want that from Bathory?
Elizabeth Bathory, yes.
All right. The information you get is that the ritual at Brocken is going to bring the grail to her.
Ah.
So like this is it. This will get her the grail. And then it's not quite done yet. She's got to do some some work on it to drain the power out of it. But this is like the important step.
Excellent, excellent. Now excuse me while I go take cold shower.
Yeah, I gotta
jump in the water.
you gotta work the splinters out. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Elizabeth Bathory in our
much.
Yeah, she's
in our
a tree.
yes. So she's like a living tree
Burn
woman,
her alive.
a tree vampire woman.
Okay then.
So we'll cut ahead a bit after that lovely image to the beautiful Harz mountain range in like the north of Germany. Usually it's kind of a snowy area, but we're sort of in the summer months. It's beautiful, it's warm. There's like, and it's just kind of like this little town called Brockenburg. It's like a nice mountain resort. You got some beautiful woods, the sheer peaks of the mountain range, the big spire of Brocken itself up there against the blue sky. And this little town is like in permanent Oktoberfest mode. I guess the month's wrong, but you know what I mean. Lots of flags, everyone's just swigging those beer from like humongous steins, laughing, clapping each other on the back, lots of delicious pretzels, German sausage.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for October.
Yeah, it is a whole thing.
Technically later next month anyways, but...
Lederhosen, I should say, if you're, everybody's wearing that Lederhosen. So, I guess the women are wearing like the Durndl? I'm not sure how to say exactly.
The
that.
wenches.
What's that?
The wenches.
Yeah, you look like the St. Paul girl. But yeah, everyone's in those like traditional alpine clothes. Yes. So, I don't know. Are you guys not wearing Lederhosen?
No.
Oh, I can't imagine me wearing that. I just gotta ask. Maximilian, Kurt, is there Lederhosen involved?
No, he's still wearing stylish clothing. He can't go anywhere without it.
Okay. Maybe there's not much Lederhosen from you guys.
I'm
You're all-
wearing only clothes that I can fit in.
Oh, you're still wearing the ragged Russian uniform?
I probably would have given him the zoot suit, because I'm like, you really need to up your style, man. So here's this zoot suit that I got from our good friend, the Ignatz.
Stylish.
Yes, I'm popping back on my my tucked-in white vest shirt with cufflinks and the vest and all that fun stuff. So I actually look like a cowboy walking through these mountains.
Very appropriate.
Very appropriate.
So you guys have a little bit of time. The ritual is going to start tonight. It's kind of like the early afternoonish at this point. You are relaxing in like a nice outdoor beer garden, just throwing back some brews, eating some salty snacks, and waiting for the ritual to begin. And then there are a few things. You notice there are some like posters around for like a traveling acting company. A certain Magdalene Haas, starring in a Medea, will be performing. So, kind of on their way to touring the country before making a nice little appearance in Berlin later on. So, if you're any theater lovers, might want to go check out that celebrated actress, who is of the right political orientation, perhaps, or at least appears to be. Also, you five are joined by Mina. Mina, you've been told by Gad Beck to meet these guys and see if you can, well, in his words, make sure they don't get into too much trouble. So you've just got off the train and you arrive and see them all sitting at the table enjoying their beers. Are you gonna introduce yourself or just watch from the shadows?
I'll introduce myself and then I'm gonna go try to find a dead body somewhere. For information, obviously, because I can breathe life and then answer some questions. Because I don't know who they are. I'm just gonna say I'm here. Come find me when you're done, and then I can go about my business.
Did you mention the whole dead body thing
No.
or no? Okay, good.
No.
I'm just like,
No, I just leave afterwards.
Newcomer. She seems nice.
I mean, yeah, but just kind of out of the blue and then suddenly gone, saying, hello, I'm here to join you, and then boom, I got questions, but none of my business.
I'm gonna go look around.
Okay.
Peter, right, Peter?
Piotr.
Peter. Peter. I can't say it with my accent, it doesn't sound great.
Americans always say that anyways. I just go, yes.
Peter. Out of character, did you tell us information you learned from Bathory, or did you keep that to yourself?
Oh no, I'm telling everything.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna try to drain the power out of the grail?
That is what she said.
We can't let that happen.
No, we can't.
Because I still have to have the grail full power, because
Comrade.
what's the point?
At this point, don't you realize that Grail is too much trouble for what it's worth?
Yeah, exactly. That makes it better to get.
No,
You know who I am. I'm a
Are you
dragon.
the
I know
dragon?
who you are, and you can resist that urge, comrade.
You say that, but you're not a dragon.
I'm not dragon, but I can see addict when I see one.
Man, I love
You're
this
not wrong.
level-headed dead Russian soldier.
Sometimes the best way to deal with an addict is to give them a little into their vices.
Jeez.
And I
Just
come
saying.
from the same place, comrades. I too am an addict. I am in toxic relationship and I can't get out of it.
Yeah. You're in a very
It's
prickly
like
one,
a bad
too.
drug
Is
that
this a
I keep
campaign
coming back.
or AA?
I know.
It's a mixture of both at this point.
With liquor.
But so she's gonna do that. So we need to we need to have at least some sort of idea of what we're gonna try to do to stop this. Like, I hate to say it, but she's made of wood, correct?
She's made of wood. Yes.
I can breathe fire. I don't want to make that assumption that you're okay with it, but if worse comes to worse, can I just burn her up?
Ooh.
I cannot promise what I will do when I see it.
I'm sure it
I
won't be a great
more-
reaction.
I am more 50-50 either way, so we will have to see. Honestly, if you do try to kill her, I might try to kill you, or I might
Okay.
join you in on it, or I try to rush to our safety. I don't know.
I will
confused.
take that 33 repeating percent odds of you doing something great for me. Then mediocre and then bad. Worst case scenario, if I die, I blow up.
So at this point, a few things happen. A waiter stops by with a, humongous curly mustachios, of course,
Excellent.
and he gives a message to Loretta and to Kurt. And he's like, I was told to deliver this to you, and it's from Mr. Hans Schmidt, asking you to meet at a secluded hunting lodge, kind of on the outskirts of town. Just for the two of you.
And we have time for this before we...
Yeah, should be time. And then another waiter arrives with a message for Maximilian and Piotr.
That's how they
Saying from... And this asking you to meet at a beer hall in the center of town, but it's signed as a simple S. No name given, just the letter S.
Do you know anyone named us?
No. Racking my brain, Sam, Sally. No.
It's not Sam. It's not Sal.
This is definitely not their handwriting.
But whatever. They promised beer. I need to drink myself into stupor. It's cool.
And Merle, you are asked by... In fact, I want to say it's Lord Quincy Claggett himself who comes by.
That's what I want to go talk to too. I really want to go talk to him.
Well, we'll cut back to that, but he is inviting you to meet with Frau Applebaum himself,
Excellent.
kind of in the woods.
Okay.
And Mina the invitation is to her as well. So
Into
we'll
the
go,
woods.
he will look for her next. But
Go
first,
look for a dead body.
I want to do Mina's.
You don't know.
I know.
I want to do. Well, Quincy, Lord Clegg can probably find you in the woods. He can sniff you out. But let's do your search for the dead body. Do you want to roll hit the streets maybe to find this?
Yes. Okay.
Is there a certain
Is that,
faction of dead body you're looking for? I guess because
see. No, it's only about breathing new life into a body.
Which one is this one?
In this one.
So you don't have corruption boots to use it yet. You need to mark corruption
Oh,
to get
because
the
that
abilities.
says marks corruption.
Yeah, so you need to actually
Oh,
take
so that's
a
like-
corruption.
yeah,
boost.
you'll get that.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like for me, I have a bunch because I can just burn through corruption like nothing. As this character.
Okay.
He is
And
very
so you
corrupt.
can only do corruption
Yeah.
when you actually do something.
Yeah, so only certain moves can
Okay.
give you corruption. You have to fill this
Sort of
tracker
special.
out. Yeah.
It's like in
okay.
this game, there's kind of there's two level up tracks you can go through.
Okay.
There's the really good one, which is called your regular advancement, and then there's a really bad but fun one called corruption.
Bad but fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get some crazy moves.
All right,
the
look,
best
Urban
ones.
Shadows. I'm sorry, Urban Shadows. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to play it,
I mean,
but I guess in some ways it is. Yeah, I mean, it fits the character.
yeah.
All right, so
Okay. That's
we'll
okay.
we'll say you're not looking for a dead body then.
Okay.
We'll
I
have
just
you.
couldn't find it.
Okay. I mean, like it's. Hey, I could not go find a dead body right now if I was to look for one. So, it's to be expected. So, Loretta and Kurt,
Could go to the morgue.
you guys are heading straight to that little hunting lodge.
After this Stein, yeah, let's go.
All right. So you arrive. It's pretty like isolated. You guys come on in. Very traditional, like lots of antlers. Wall is full of antlers, and like hunting rifle stuff on the door. However, Hans Schmidt, who you might have heard was sent to kind of ahead to scout and provide like logistics and equipment for you, is not there. Instead, Franz Trapp of the SS is like sitting on the couch made of antlers
It's a trap.
in the center of the room.
I know, right?
And he has some other like
What's about to happen? We're getting +1 to get out of here.
Dope.
That's awesome. Great.
he has a few other
See
like
Franz Trap foretelling. It's like that's the Raven.
oh man, someone do like Raven Simone in Urban Shadows. Now that would be
She told me the Oracle.
Oh yeah, she would totally be the Oracle.
cool. We could have like I don't know Teen Wolf in there too. Is there where the whole? No, it's not. Teen Wolf's not Disney Channel original, so
That's
not.
really matters.
yeah. Somehow I'm sure someone could do an all Disney Channel original of Urban Shadows
That'd be
characters.
actually a real fun game.
You get what's her name? She's a little cartoon version of her.
Lizzie McGuire?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
you have Lizzie
yeah.
McGuire in there. I can't think of any other Disney Channel
Just
originals.
have Lizzie McGuire be the Damon running around.
Yeah, exactly. yes.
The little cartoon itself is actually her demon.
Yeah.
Oh man. Terrible.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Corey from Boy Meets World is obviously the aware.
Yeah.
Just sees everything but doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
We might have to do this. The Disney Channel original.
It's,
yeah,
the
Halloween
idea's out
Town
there
4.
now.
you got Halloween. You got Xenon.
We could do it as a Halloween special.
Oh yes, we may have to do that. All right.
Back to the game. Back to
I
the
mean,
game.
yes. We'll have to use all analogs though, so we don't get sued by by the mouse. But it can be done. All right. Yeah. Very litigious. So anyway, there's some other there's two other SS goons who kind of close the door as you come in.
Mr. Trapp, it seems that you couldn't stay away that long after all.
Well, Fraulein Loretta, what can I say? Your charms are most enticing. And Herr Weiss, your reputation precedes you.
Does it now?
The Oracle of the Bund. The man who can see the future.
Yes.
So, I have to ask,
Wow, that's really...
did you foresee this?
I foresaw something along those lines.
Indeed. Well, I wonder if you will foresee the offer that I'm about to make. And to you, Fraulein Loretta, I must say I'm very regretful that your Ascari friend could not join you. He was indisposed. Perhaps I'll have my men release him a little bit later, but it is important that foreigners such as him know their place in the New Germany. So perhaps the experience will be good for him. But to you, I have a simple request, or rather, announcement of knowledge that I possess. I know what you're doing with the Bund, this little game you're playing. You think I don't have sources inside the Nachtjägers? And the Bund? This playing both sides, appearing to work with the Bund and yet serving some other agenda.
Is there something I don't know?
Well, I'll just lay my cards on the table. I'll go ahead and... Oh, or, maybe perhaps you should explain, Mr. Psychic.
Oh. I mean, it seems you have all of the knowledge. Why not see what you know?
He is spying on the Bund, feeding information to the Nachtjägers. something which I think you were already aware or at least suspected.
Spying on Bund for not figures.
Mm-hmm. But for someone in my position, suspicion is often enough. And I'm quite suspicious of you, Fraulein Loretta, that your actions in the Bund are not above board, as you Americans would say. Am I entirely incorrect?
My actions with the Bund. I can't wait to take some action against the Bund, actually. They are into some business which I cannot stand. They're
Well,
bringing people back to life which should be long dead and not on this planet anymore.
Wunderbar! We are in agreement.
Now, Kurt, perhaps I don't speak for you, but I was sent here on a mission, and I intend to see it through.
I do respect that. So I do hope you listen to this offer. I want you to continue working with the Bunds and with the Nachtjägers, but now you will also provide information to me.
You will be the double.
And to,
It's a triple agent at this point.
yes, and to the Witch Division.
It's never a triple, it's always a double.
Double doubles are delicious.
The Bund may have to be brought in line. Of course, we respect the religious beliefs of everybody in the Third Reich, as long as they show the proper obedience to the Fuhrer. And the moment the Bund discovers something as a threat to the Reich, well, that's no good. This grail, for instance. So, you will act, both of you will act as my agents within the Bund, and if we need to take the grail from them, you will assist in that.
Now, why is it that I need to act as your agent?
Well, otherwise, and this is where we come to a part that of this arrangement I am very familiar with, the or else. If you do not assist me, I shall explain to the Bund, I will tell Wrath and Stryker and everybody else that you have been betraying them. I shall also immediately move against you with the full force of the Gestapo. You are an American, so perhaps you could make some attempt to run to your consulate and your embassy and beg for mercy. But, Mr. Weiss, you would quickly become an enemy of the state. I already know you have certain friends who are degenerates, to put it mildly.
You seem to know a lot.
That's a fair assessment.
Now, what one man's degenerate is another man's comrade. I'm not entirely sure who you believe is a degenerate, but that is all your
At
opinion.
least two people at this table. Peter and the Dragon.
Well, I am the one who will be moving against you, and putting you in a cell somewhere,
Well,
and dealing with you.
right.
So, what is it to be? Will you agree to assist the Witch Division, or will our relationship regrettably sour?
I'm so tempted to at least try and see if I can twist a false foretelling on him, but I don't know what.
You do mislead.
Could be a good. You want to lie to him? What about you, Loretta? Are you going to try to lie?
I pull out my Peacemaker. Very long barrel on it. You can read Peacemaker very, very clearly. I make sure it's chambered full. And I say, we're walking out of here.
Ooh,
Because we
okay.
have our own agenda to complete. And it seems it's aligned with yours, so we don't need to work for you. Very true. We were working very well on our own before.
Okay.
Yes, I will say the reason why I will tell you that your information is true. I have been working for the Nachtjägers, but the main reason is because of my knowledge of the Bund, and our cause is the same.
He's like, well, if you were to decide to throw your lot in league with the American, that seems like a false statement.
Oh,
Yes, so I'll ask you again, Mr. Erweiss. Will you agree to serve the Witch Division? Or are you going to choose let's just say, the more foolish option, like our foolish American friend over here. Are you gonna try and lie to him, or are you gonna like try and stick with your friend,
No, I'm
or agree? I guess that's the option he wants.
right. No, it's one of those like I want to tell him that like I've foretold that all of his plans are gonna not come to fruition, but that wouldn't technically be a lie.
Ooh, okay.
But in
might
his
be a-
opinion, it would be.
Right. So I think someone's got to make a roll. It could be either of you, but you're gonna have to either do a persuade,
You persuade him.
mislead, distract, or trick, or maybe just escape. You're just booking it out of there.
Well, actually,
That's what I was trying to
technically speaking, like my knowledge of like the coming years, my foretellings, I'm sure, is that the ultimately like I know, or at least I can make a roll for this too to
Sure.
see if I've foretold the ending of the Nazis.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the fall of Berlin and everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Damn.
Nice.
All right.
14.
All right. Yeah.
nice.
You a vision of Hitler like shooting himself in the bunker.
Yeah.
So you know like how this is gonna end. Yeah. Very bad.
Yeah. So,
Kill Hitler.
so I'm gonna have to preemptively.
I'm sorry, you guys. I want to say yes to this, but we cannot do Inglorious Bastards when you kill him.
Yeah.
I was like
Dang.
doing what's the Danger 5,
Oh right.
and as always, kill Hitler.
Now I have seen some things about your cause. It is fairly noble. It does seem to go a ways. So,
Well, let's have Loretta roll to I think escape, so we can see if, and then we'll see kind of how you react to that one. Sure. Is that what you're going for, or are you going to try and persuade him to like back down?
That's what I was going for by
Yeah.
pulling the weapon earlier. Of course, he retorted pretty well, as he always does, Mr. Trent.
Well, you can roll. I'd be okay with you rolling escape or persuade, like,
Okay, that's what I'm pretty much going for.
or maybe
See if we could
mislead. Yeah.
Walk out of here instead of just really shoot our way out.
Shoot.
But I'm willing to do it. That's what I'm trying to show. Nice. That's
Yeah.
really high. Let's say 14. 'Cause I have
Okay.
+1.
And this is for
yeah,
persuade.
It's true. This is. Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna do it. He'll let you go. So he takes a big look at that gun, and he's like, "You Americans, I've only had the displeasure to meet a few of your countrymen.
I'd like to introduce you to the
It-
Second Amendment.
This thing called the Second Amendment.
It is not an experience I will recommend. Leave before I change my mind." So he's like, Loretta's backing out. Kurt, are you going with him? Or are you gonna try and stay and like find some way to fool?
No, I've already basically in my head I've given him information that he can interpret as he was like that his plans are sort of fairly good and will take him far,
Okay.
which is technically false.
So why don't you give me
So-
mislead, distract, or trick for that one? Yeah, this lie.
Seven.
All right.
Solid success.
I'll say this is the weakness you expose.
Mhm.
You mentioned a little bit like that. The cause is going to end well,
Mhm.
and he like thinks about it for a little bit. And he's like, the cause of the nation is of course important to me, but. And he kind of leans a little bit closer, and he's like, men like you and I, we're not. The fortunes of flags often don't concern us. I am well aware that even the most loyal party stalwarts sometimes meet with bad ends. So perhaps it is my personal cause that I am more interested in than that of the party.
Oh.
Keep that little tidbit to yourself.
Um,
And now why don't you follow your American friend?
First beer's on me when we get back.
before I do that, I want to skim the surface.
Oh, okay.
So,
Trying to like read his minds, right?
Nice.
5, 6, 8. That's a 10. 3 questions.
Okay.
What is he thinking about right now?
He is plotting. I mean, this guy's all plots. He's thinking about how he can use you not to like the advantage of the SS, but to his advantage.
All right. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why are you keeping secrets?
He's keeping secrets. I would say. He's someone who is kind of like he's good at like seeing where the wind's blowing. And if he remembers the Night of Long Knives, which is like when Hitler and like his kind of faithful took out like the other Nazis, the brown shirts. And here I'm blanking on my Third Reich history. I think Ernst Röhm was the guy's name, who was like the head of who was the official head of the brown shirts. And like just one night they were just all purged and like murdered and executed. And then like Hitler put his more toadies in charge of the brown shirts and had like more total control. He's not big into sharing power, so Franz Trapp knows this, and he knows that like he's got to look out for number one, and that even loyalty, like if he has to, he'll betray anybody for his own survival.
Okay. Sure, why not? Who are you protecting?
Oh, only himself. He cares about nobody but
I had a
him.
feeling. I was wondering if there was anyone else. All right.
No, he's all on for him. Him and him. I, number one, and I, myself, and I.
This guy sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's might be, I don't know, he's maybe even worse than Claggett, I think.
No, yeah.
Because Claggett's not a Nazi, so
No,
there is
true.
that.
Still.
Alright, so,
yeah.
anything else?
No, I think I will say.
We might move ahead to,
I wish you well, but I will say, it's good to have friends.
in that we are agreed. So, Pyotr and Maximilian, you guys head further down to a very popular beer hall. It's inside, everyone's like belting out some like crazy German drinking song, just throwing back those steins.
I think on the way back, I'm actually going to tell her the information that I've gleaned.
Oh, okay, so you kind of fill Loretta in about Trap. They might be manipulating you for his own ends. So, Pyotr and Maximilian, you're in like, Party Central. It's totally crowded and very hard to hear much of anything, which is good because this is where you're meeting with S. You find her, a woman, staying in the shadows with a eye patch on, who beckons you to sit down across from her.
What's the letter C? Told you, the curve. Had to be a woman.
She's got a slight Russian accent, but you can tell it's like she's worked to get rid of it, and it's been gone for. It's very, very faint. And she's like, Mr. Koenig, Mr. Pyotr, what's his last name?
Irvin.
Mr. Irvin, a seat if you would. I've taken the liberty of ordering for you. Unfortunately, there is nothing here that my kind can drink.
You're kind. What do you mean you're kind?
She likes. She smiles when she shows off those fangs.
Oh, you mean he's kind?
That is correct.
I do that too, but I don't have fangs. I am dead, but
Well, that makes 3. In that case, she goes to the waiter, hold the drinks. I won't bother.
we still want to.
We'll still
All right.
3 drinks.
Just for appearances.
Yep.
And speaking of appearances, you two have been causing quite the stir in Berlin.
I don't see how that would be a problem. I mean,
Oh, not at all.
And here I thought I was playing it close to the vest.
Well, if you wish to stay under the radar, or no, that phrase isn't quite around yet. If you wish to keep everything sub rosa, perhaps you shouldn't have opened your own nightclub. And you, Pyotr, may I call you that?
yeah, sure. Go ahead, comrade.
You are hobnobbing and canoodling with a very dangerous woman. Do you know exactly what, in fact, Oh, a poor choice of words on my part.
It's great because it works on so many levels because he's also made of wood.
A very great choice of words. And actually, she looks forward a little bit and she's like, Piotr, I'm hesitant a little bit, but do you remember me?
Can I put a face to a name?
Yes. You might might remember her from the Russian days when you yet lived.
Yeah. What faction am I rolling?
She is with She's actually with Mortality.
She's with Mortality.
But I'd be okay with you rolling with Knight as well. She's kind of like in two factions, yeah.
However you do it.
So it's sort of up to you, Knight or Mortality.
Yep.
She is in
Knight or
Mortality in that list, but I'd be okay with Knight for
working
her
with
as well.
Mortality.
Either or. I got a 0 on both.
'Cause she's kind of like on loan.
It's a 10.
Nice.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Jinx.
yes, you do remember her from your Russian days.
Svetlana?
Yes.
Comrade! And I give her a great bear hug.
And she hugs you back, a little less power into it.
It's
but
you
great
died.
to see you, my friend.
yeah, you remember her when she was like hanging around. Maybe you even met her during like that journey to the front when she went with a bunch of other interesting individuals to help fight.
I don't know you for very long, but anyone who fights with us is a dear friend of mine.
And she's like, well, we always find people like us, Piotr. We always seem to find ourselves in a war. It's good to see you too, though I wish it was under better circumstances, and I wish fate had not been so cruel to you.
But no, giant spider.
Yes, I heard it's terrible. But it presents us with an opportunity. Maximilian, you perhaps heard of Ordo Sanguis?
I have.
An organization forged in darkness, ruling from England across Europe, making sure that those that call the night home find it safe. Unfortunately, Hitler, the Bund, and everybody in Germany now has turned against Ordo Sanguis. I work with many people in England, including a certain wolf who you might also remember, as well as the Headless Queen, who you may have heard of. And they believe that despite what Lord Chamberlain says, there will not be peace in our time. Another war is coming. I know. So here's what I propose to you. If the war comes, Germany will not be a safe refuge for any of our kind. I can offer you passage to England and a place in Ordo Sanguis, but I cannot do this for nothing. You have to work with the Order. Right now, I wish for you to keep within the Bund, to spy on them, see what they're doing, if the time comes to stop them. Perhaps even during the war, in exchange for a reward afterwards. If we win, you could stay here and resume your spying activities. But I need to know that you will be loyal to Ordo Sanguis, not to the woman you know as Frau Apfelbaum.
I'm my own side.
Well,
Simply put, I don't need the protection that you're offering. I don't do well at the bottom of any tier. So I'm sorry, I will not work with you, but I promise not to work against you.
That is regrettable. What about you, Piotr?
No, but when you say I must work against since Frau Applebottom, as I know, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yes, it's a bit of a personal thing between us. Yeah, you know. Maximilian, everybody knows.
Piotr, when you are in love with a nightmare, you need to wake up.
Oh,
I know.
really good, actually. It's a great line.
She points to her face with the eye, and she's like, Bathory took this from me. It took all of the strength of me and many of my friends to find some way to stop her, and even that was not enough. She is a creature of limitless evil.
yet I never saw that side of her when we were together.
That's by her design. I saw that sign. I mean, I was serving her until she turned against me. She cares only about herself, and she will cast you aside at the first instance. She wants nothing but power.
I feel like after hearing that one line from her, would a keep your cool be warranted?
Yeah, I can see that, because, I mean, she's like... She recognizes this relationship is poison. She knows firsthand experience how bad Bathory is.
11.
All right, so you don't have an emotional breakdown.
Don't have an emotional breakdown. Keeping it cool. Honestly, you're not wrong. She is bad person. I would even say evil person. But on the other hand, it's kind of bad. Yeah, he's gonna book it. He's gonna run.
When she points to her eye, can he reach out towards her and caress that side of her face, and I'll mark corruption and heal 2 harm on her?
Ooh, okay. I mean, I don't know if you can't bring back this is an eye like a vampire dead. This is like a scar.
This is a scar.
But still, you can't heal scars through
Nope.
Nah.
regular healing. Okay.
There's an actual thing you advance, erase a scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scars are
Ah,
permanent.
well,
Kind of.
Pseudo-permanent.
it's an old injury then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
And
given to
you'll-
her by Bathory in the climax of our 2 arcs ago, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been that long.
And Pielta's just gonna try and... I think I need to take a step out, if you excuse me.
all right, she'll let you go. But she turns to you, and then she's like, Erkonig, I know you said you don't wish to serve Ordo Sanguis, but if we offer rewards, assistance to you, could you perhaps provide assistance in turn?
I wouldn't be against that.
Very good.
And if it all degrades down to war, it may not be a safe place for our kind to live and survive, but I think we can work our way through it and come out on top.
Well, that is a philosophy I have long held. So I'll tell you this. In Berlin, we have an agent who is traveling the continent. A criminal individual who has been sort of press-ganged into service of the Empire in return for us ignoring some of his numerous slights against both the British Empire and Ordo Sanguis. His name is Montolio Igantre.
I roll to put a face to a name with that.
Sure,
Dang.
because you might have met him before. Oh, you have met him.
Might even
That
hold
makes
bets.
sense, yeah.
Yes. All right. So that would be I'm assuming he's power? Or no, he's wild, right?
He's immortal.
He's immortal, so he's powered.
He's
power
power.
now.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, it's 11.
Okay. Yeah, you probably hung out with him before. Maybe when he was in Berlin last, he stopped by the Pearl,
Okay.
and like during the 20s. Yeah, he is. I mean, actually, I'll just let this is Marvin's previous character, so I'll just let. How would you describe Igantre to like someone who was a good acquaintance with him?
Alright, think of the slimiest, greediest used car salesman you have ever met in your life. Then multiply that by 10.
I'll think the exact same thing.
Yeah, that sums it up.
I think he left me hanging high and dry a couple times
Easily.
in a situation where I had to
Uh,
talk my own way out of it or fight my own way out of it. I'm sure.
Svetlana
You're a
says-
vampire.
Well, Igantre, I am fond of him despite everything, so you know him. And look for him when he arrives next.
I'll keep my eye out for him.
Okay, so, you've,
yeah. And still
When I
inside the
filter by
bar.
saying eyes.
If you meet Piotr out the bar, he's gonna ask you a question. Maximilian Comrade,
He'll join him, unless there's anything else with her.
no, she kind of like says her goodbyes at this point.
Okay. He'll join him. He'll join you outside.
I know it's the right thing to do. But tell me, is this really just? Should I be an agent of justice at this point? Go against my own wishes and stop Elizabeth from doing what she will, even if that means killing her? Or should I just go with my instincts? And I'll just stay with it, even though I know it's bad for me.
Well, I'm always one to take a calculated risk. So, to me, I would do what your heart wants. If you want to be with her, then be with her as long as that is your intention. But if at any point in time it becomes too much, or she asks too much, you know, if she told you to kill one of your other friends, would you do that for her?
Depends on which one.
No. No, I would not. They are good people. Most of them.
Sometimes when in the throes of passion you can get a little carried away and do things that you regret later. And those things can get you hurt, possibly thrown out of places that you should have been.
Splinters and uncomfortable
This is
places.
good relationship advice from Generation Shadow. Yeah.
Well, we just love our moments of
I
intimacy.
know.
Yeah, they're great.
Well, when I read your surface, it's pretty easy.
Well, I think Piotr is going for one here. So
Yeah. I would say that's mostly no. I wouldn't kill my friends for her, so that's justice. I will take +1 ongoing actions toward pursuing justice in this regard.
Nice.
As in stopping Elizabeth Bathory.
And for my moment, for my intimacy, I will reveal a secret about myself so as not to owe him a debt as well, in which I share that I personally didn't choose to leave Atlantis. I was thrown out.
whoa.
Again, for perhaps doing something that I shouldn't have done because of just being caught up in a moment.
The throes of passion, eh, comrade?
Well, they'll get you one way or the other.
Ooh.
They're gonna get
In
you,
that
get
case,
you.
Well,
Maybe next week?
speaking of the throes of passion, let's check in with Mina and Merle, the two M characters.
Throws of passion.
That was a passion.
I don't know. This is not a good segue.
Hold on.
So these two, well, you'll see. There may be something. Okay. You guys head to the meeting with Countess Bathory herself.
Throws of passion
Or
out in
do
the
we?
woods.
avoid splinters.
A little late.
Lord Quincy Claggett
Hello.
is guiding you over to her. He's kind of like leading the way. He's like, "Oh, you will find Frau Apfelbaum, if you must use that ridiculous name, is over here enjoying the woods. She is rather close to them, I suppose."
This is Claggett, correct?
Yeah.
I want to stop him before we get close to her. And Claggett, you may not recognize this form, but at one time I sold you information regarding one particular boat, the Sanguine Tide.
Oh, he like casts his mind back, and he's
those
like,
centuries ago.
"Oh yes, I remember. Better times.
Better times. Better times.
That was before lace collars went out of style. Oh, anything for those days."
You know, honestly, I do miss those days. Lace collars should make a comeback personally.
Oh, I know. I had this ruff. It was like all the way around. It was so.
The Elizabethan era was a time.
Yes.
Shakespeare was alive.
Oh, and
Yeah, I know. I think he's dead. I think he's
I 100% guarantee that.
yeah. I don't think he's one of us. But I digress. We're not gonna let Bathory get the grail. We don't want that. And I know you don't want to be willful helping her get that either. So when the time comes, and my eyes begin to kind of glow a dull ember color, I'm gonna need you on our side, buddy. Old friend.
So first he's going to turn to Mina, and he's like, "Are you so sure we should be having this conversation in front of present company?"
I don't think she'd betray me.
He's going to take a persuade from one of you.
I'm actually going to cash in a debt because I owe him.
Oh,
'cause
right,
he
yeah, no,
owes
that-
me one. And
All
I'm
right,
going to use
cool.
one of my corruption moves. Eyes of Ember, so it's an automatic 12+.
Nice. Okay. So
Yep.
he's like,
More corruption!
"Oh no! All right." So he like leans closer, and he's like, I was hoping you'd say that. Countess Bathory is crazy.
She is fucking nuts.
Agreed. We have to find some way to get them. But for the moment, she has that runic alphabet she stole from that pervert Crowley.
You mean the one that I'm carrying? Because I didn't give it to her.
Oh, you're right.
I
yes.
still have. That's a bargain. Is at the end, I loan her this when they need it.
That's
I get to
true.
keep it- I get to keep it real
Yes,
at the
I
end.
remember. Well, that's very good. However, she does still control the Bund, and they're the ones who need to do the heavy lifting.
Oh no, we'll get the heavy lifting done from them.
Yes.
But she's just not getting the rewards.
Very good. All right. Well, keep that to ourselves. And
course.
Miss Mina, is it?
It is.
I suggest you keep that to yourself as well. Now,
Are we
let's-
assuming that I slept with Merle because then
I mean, I
because then I can mark a corruption move because that's part of my scheme.
was, okay.
That'd be one of my schemes for this.
Look,
one.
that was just a bad segue on my part.
Okay with this first?
I mean, I did it because
I think it's kind of funny.
I did it because Frau Applebaum's gonna have kind of like a proposal for you. There might be some passion involved in that, but I like this as well.
This is great. Sorry, wait, which one is this?
Is this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is our first like intimacy that is like, that kind of intimate. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Ironically, this is the most romantic arc of Generation
It
Shadow.
really
Yeah, it's
is.
just all about like love on multiple levels. So, how did you guys hook up?
I mean, that's one of the things as Otto where we're just like, we got time, right? We just stopped it somewhere.
It was actually just in the woods.
All right, it's a romantic little escapade.
Yes.
All right, let's add a whole other level to
Now that you have that out of the
next.
way. By the way, her name is.
Introduce yourself first.
I'm sure. So, Claggett brings you guys to Countess Bathory. She's like on kind of like a trailhead, just looking into these dense, like black forest style woods. And she motions you over. She is wearing like the like the traditional like drindle like alpine dress kind of thing, with like a hood, of course, to hide her weird bark, messed up mutant skin. And she's like, "Oh, my rather stealthy." Or no, sorry. She was like, "Oh, my shall we say, friend who might share a similar skin condition." To use that word, I have bark, you have scales.
Yeah. Yes. I was also going to think business partner.
Yes,
That
that's
is also, I think, a apt term. For what
yes,
we're
that
doing.
describes us much more accurately.
Yes.
And I see you've met. I've heard stories about the envoy from the Empire who has been skulking around this country.
Yes.
Mina.
So is she trying to be threatening right now, or is she just like introducing herself?
She's like saying that she knows you.
Okay, because
She's
I haven't
heard
met
you.
her before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's trying to keep it like there's no threat. She's trying to be friendly, but she's like letting you know, like I know who you are. She's like, well, I see my little dog fetched you.
Oh,
He did
Claggett?
his job. Yes.
He does his job well.
Good.
He's always been good on a leash.
Now, tonight it will be a night of wonder. Walpurgisnacht, as they say. And the grail will be conjured forth and brought into our possession.
Sounds like fun.
What I want to talk about is what comes after.
I'm interested. What is this grail?
Let us continue.
The grail, Mina, is power, a way to change what I am, bring me back to my former glory, a youth that I haven't had for centuries. I've murdered so many to try and achieve that immortality, and now it's nearly at hand. But I'm a gracious woman, and I'm willing to share. Share power, that is.
Of course.
And she takes a step closer to you, Merle, and she's like, what I'm considering is an arrangement similar to the kings and queens that ruled when I was young. when two vast kingdoms wish to create an alliance, a prince or a princess or a king and a queen would marry, and two formerly, shall we say, average-sized kingdoms would become a great empire.
I see where you're going with this.
Do you?
I do. But Piotr is a friend. I don't really want to make overstep that
Piotr.
ground down personally.
Hey, I love Piotr.
I'm sure you do.
Piotr is my little soldier boy. He's always going to have a place by my side.
Okay.
There's a place for a soldier boy, and there's a place for a man.
Oh.
Reached polyamorous.
Of course she is.
Look.
You've piqued my attention.
You can't tell me the real Countess Bathory wasn't into like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Sure she was.
Yeah. Amongst the bathing in the blood of young
Aside
people.
from-
Yeah, aside from the bloodbath stuff.
Anyone who does
Should've
that,
been
everything
able to-
flows out the window. They up for everything.
Which is again also a legend, might not even been real. And the real she right just some real poor woman who got framed for this horrible crime, so some greedy men could like get her out of the way. But you know, for the purpose of this story, it's real. So
Yes.
yeah. So she's like, so what do you think about that arrangement? And Mina, I'm very interested in pursuing an alliance with your empire as well. It's a big world. They get the east, we get the west. What can I say?
We are looking for more powerful allies.
So,
You guys may have San Francisco.
San Fran, Tokyo.
San Francisco, yeah.
we'll finish this.
All that.
We'll deal with the specifics later.
Of course.
And carving up the pie. I just want to know, and she like goes a lot closer to you, Myrtle. Are you with me?
Like, I think I need an hour.
Sure. I'm
Okay.
with you.
Is this a real thing, or are you lying to her? No, these offers. If you
I know.
you gotta accept them or lie, or just say no.
Just keeping my cool, man.
Just keep my cool, yeah.
It's a really versatile move.
It is. I'm gonna
Walk
say.
away. Did he agree? I don't.
I'll tentatively just say at this moment, we need to get the grail first, because I can definitely speak myself. Want this to be, I personally want this to be successful, but my cohort, people that I'm, I guess, friends with,
Oh yes, your little coterie.
they may not be so interested in what we have planned. Not like getting the grail, but the bigger frame stuff.
Very
So,
well.
I think we need to get that first. Tentatively, I am saying yes. We still need to get it first before we really hash out the details. Or at least get into a position where we can get it, and then we'll make those decisions.
I think you somewhat need to roll maybe a persuade to be like, hold up, kind of, or like let's table this conversation for later.
That's blood, right? It's not great for me.
Persuade.
Persuade is
No, this is hard.
hard, yeah.
That's an 8.
Good.
It's an 8.
Okay, so she's like, very well, but don't keep me waiting.
Of course not.
I'm an impatient woman when I see something I want.
I can tell.
All right, so is there anything else anyone wants to kind of like check in or prepare before?
I just have one more question.
Oh, yeah.
Client, is he currently aligned with the Power Faction?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he's like Applebaum's,
Cool. That's
Dog.
a level up for me. Yep. Got my last Power Faction.
Do I need to roll anything for, like, making a decision? So I have this move called Chameleon, like when you you have to perform a ritual of another faction. In their presence, you roll with it. But never mind.
Okay, I mean it could come up after because you're about to do a ritual with the Bund. So.
Right.
Let's have Loretta because we're kind of.
Can I hit the streets to see if the blade's been or has arrived yet?
Oh yes, I totally forgot about that.
If
You
not,
asked for
no
that.
worries. I just want to check in to see if it's on its way.
Okay. No, I would say it's here at this point. You get it like shipped to you because you asked for it at the end of last game.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it has arrived.
All right.
And can you just remind me what is the
It's basically what I owe 2 debts to Merle for. Because I stole this at one point when I needed to slay something that required something of a higher make and value, not just a normal blade. Dragons have some awesome stuff, and I helped myself to his hoard.
Ooh. All right. Well, now that Merle, do you have like a cool name for this thing?
I don't. It's kind of just like a part of me. So I guess the closest thing I would call it is the Indigo Fang.
Whoa, love that. Yeah. All right, the Indigo Fang has arrived. We can even see like you showed up to Brockenberg with it.
Excellent.
All right, how about Piotr?
Yeah, more of a role-playing thing than any role, but Piotr was just going to go back in and just agree to work with Stefana.
Oh, so you kind of pop back in and check with Svetlana?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, get over it. I'm good. She needs to be stopped. I agree. Let's do this.
I'm happy to hear it. I mentioned this to your friend, Herr Koenig. Our agent, Mr. Agantre, is going to be in Berlin very soon. He'll make contact.
Huh.
And he'll tell you what comes next.
Any friend of yours is a friend of mine. I'm sure he's not all that bad.
She's like, I'm not sure friend is the right word, but yes, not that bad sums him up. So, any other quick business to attend to, or should we cut to the ritual?
I would like to see if I can hit the streets to procure some sort of weapon from the Nachtjägers.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of helping them out. Nope. No? All right. You just aren't able to find the representative here in the town.
No, but I still get the market, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Even fails, you get to mark to level up.
Awesome.
Lucy, have you been doing that? 'Cause that's
the
something you
streets?
forget to do sometimes. No, whenever you roll a faction, even if you fail, you get to mark the faction.
Oh, I haven't rolled anything.
I have now a contract.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't rolled anything.
All
Would you
right.
conduit? I also love to take that too.
We'll get there. But anytime you roll a faction, you get to mark it whether or not it succeeds or fails. So you gotta remember to do that so you get those level ups.
Do you have the basic moves?
All right, so you guys all meet up with the Boreas Bund. It's now like midnight. It is time for the Walpurgisnacht ritual. So Wolfrath kind of meets you at the foot of this of Brocken, the cliff itself. This kind of stone expanse. Everybody heads up, and they have this like pagan, maybe kind of Norse Viking-style ritual place set up. Lots of like standing stones covered in like glowing runes. Big like trees with streamers set amongst them. It's a regular Midsummer, if anyone's seen that one. So Wrath says, as you're like everyone's getting ready, Wrath's like, oh, word of warning, my friends. Look out for the Brocken Spectre.
Brocken Spectre.
Great.
Oh yes, there's a famous legend of this. Famed in poems and songs. Goethe was very much wrote about it. It's this mysterious spirit that supposedly haunts and guards these mountains. Keep your eyes peeled. The Brocken Spectre might not be happy about what we're doing here tonight.
We put a face to a name on the Brocken
Yeah.
Spectre.
Sure. I'll say only one person can do it though. So, Brocken Spectre is with.
I've lived in the area, but if he wants to roll it,
I mean, I would say it's wild is the faction it's in.
Oh.
Because it's like part of nature.
Okay.
go for it.
All right.
French to me, apparently.
Oh no! All right. Well, mark it. You can mark it. I'll let one other person roll then.
Sure.
That's all I needed.
Let's. I think Kurt's already going there.
Gotcha.
Damn.
11.
Okay, you've actually met the Brocken Spectre before.
Really?
Maybe you went on like a
Have
nice
you?
hiking and mountain climbing trip sometime,
Interesting.
and you like saw it. It's this weird, like, strange, misty creature, almost a trick of the light, that appears in certain places in Brocken, guarding the mountains. So Wrath says like, oh, and there's something else. I know it's not exactly the season, but I got these. If any of you know the feast of or the Fastnacht feast night, it's a charming Bavarian tradition when people put on these hilarious and amazing masks that both preserve the identities and add a certain element of theater to the ritual. So I had all these fun Fastnacht masks brought over, and we can all dress up on masks when we do the ritual.
These are very festive Nazis.
Hey, I gotta tell you, Nazis, they were real festive. That's what makes them, that's one of the most terrifying things about them is how like bizarrely normal and fun-loving they are. It's so weird.
These are the Germans.
The
The
that's
Germans are normally like that.
They're Germans before they're Nazis.
Yeah. Hate to say it.
Yeah.
I know. So he takes this these Fastnacht masks are like these absurd, like oversized. Some of them are like witches or like
Is there a
giants.
dragon?
Oh yeah.
I wore the dragon one.
All right, you pop the dragon mask on. But everyone's putting these on. I don't know which if you guys want to like specify what you're wearing, or if you could decide not to put one on if you want.
No, he'll put on the vampire one. With the big old fangs.
Nosferatu.
I mean, are you putting on like? I mean, I don't know if there's a ninja one. There's probably like a dark shadow.
Which one?
Okay, you pop
Yeah.
the witch one on. They got all kinds of crazy stuff.
I put on one that looks like Goblin.
Ooh, all right, throw that one on. And so everyone has these masks on. I don't know if I urge everybody to look up like the Fastnacht and these masks, like you know Krampus, like you know how they do.
Yeah, not an owl.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, it'd be very on brand.
On brand.
Be very on brand, yeah.
What's Loretta going for? Like
Wolf mask.
ooh, suitable. I mean I want to do like Krampus stuff, but like that's Christmas and this is summer, so
Yeah.
sadly, well, we'll have to do. Maybe we'll do a fun Krampus shows up episode later because you know we like our Krampus here on
Follow
Generation Shadow.
Follow the Berlin Wall.
Yeah,
Christmas time.
yeah, that could be cool. All right, so everybody's. So everybody is like gets on the masks. They go around the circle. You have the runic book.
I do.
So Wrath is like, may I?
Of course. I like back when you're done with it.
Absolutely. And he opens through it and starts like reading these words. Everyone's dancing around in the right order. There's lots of chanting, lots of and in the center of this kind of plateau where the ritual is going on, the ground starts to glow. But then there's a few other weird things.
I'm going
In fact-
to
oh,
take
yeah.
this opportunity to do my last foretelling.
Okay, yes.
So-
This might be a good time for it because something bad is about to happen.
Uh-huh.
I think Mina and I forgot to mention our plan
Okay.
to the rest of the group, which I assume we probably filled it in while we were
Yeah, while you were going up the
that
mountain.
we're gonna that Clyde gets on our side that we're gonna make a move when the Grail riders are making our move.
So we're taking it.
We're taking it and killing Far Apple Bottom.
In that case, why not just prevent Grail from showing up in first place?
Because if we get the Grail, we can hide it again.
If we get the Grail, we can hide it again. Yeah, makes sense. I prefer this whole place to be
I
burnt.
really want that Grail. I'm gone as soon as I get it.
I'm of
Alright.
opinion that no one should have Grail. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I don't tell you that I want the Grail. I'm just saying we put it somewhere safe. Which is with me.
Kurt. So how's that foretelling? So
Well, it's basically, it just means that everyone gets +1 to avoid the impending disaster.
nice. Okay, so here's the so
Oh,
Merle.
so
Uh-huh.
I have the chameleon where it's like when you perform the ritual, like they treat you as if you're one of their
Ooh,
own.
okay, yes.
So
Yeah,
I
I
roll
think-
with heart. So
Yes.
I assume someone's like talking or something. And
Yeah,
they
Wrath
over
is
here.
the head of the one here.
So 8 on a 7 through 9. Hold 2. Hold 2 what?
So you get like kind
Yeah,
of
so you
2
hold
points.
2. So essentially, you have these sort of you can spend the hold 1 for 1 to roll with heart instead of their faction, to put a face to a name, investigate a place of power, or drop someone's name.
So I guess investigate a place of power.
Yeah, that'd be
So
good.
Roll
what
plus
is
heart
that?
rather than plus power.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's plus heart.
So
Yeah, which is great.
10.
Whoa.
Scored right, so there you go. Nice.
Yeah, you see like right through to the kind of the geomancy, the ley lines, the magic of the earth of this place. And you know, like, this is a holy, sacred site, and this ritual is kind of like violating that. So the mountain, as we know in Generation Shadow, like, magic can come from the earth, like we had in our last arc with the mines. This is kind of similar. This is similar to that. Like, there's magic within the mountain, and this is like trampling over that to steal something from it. So the mountain's gonna be upset.
Okay. I mean, it says on a hit, all members of that faction must treat you as if you were one of their own.
Yes.
So
yeah,
do
the
they
bund
tell-
loves you. Yeah.
Okay.
knows?
Wrath kind of comes over and is like,
Okay,
"Oh,
so they're not like sharing any
excellent
secret
witch
information
mask,
or
great
whatever.
choice."
And they're doing the ritual, can I also do the investigative place of power?
Sure.
Damn.
Okay, so yes.
Yes, I would say.
Geomancy. Got it.
Yeah, you see that you decipher the same thing. Okay, I would like you to roll keep your cool.
Me?
Yes.
Keep it cool is plus spirit, right?
Yep.
Great.
This
That's
will kind
excellent
of tell
for
if
me.
you're prepared for what's happening.
Oh, that's a 14.
All right, you
Including the
totally
plus
see
one?
this
Oh,
coming.
Because I get
Whoa.
plus 3. I know exactly what's about to happen.
All right, so there
I read
is.
the book.
So you like kind of glance over your shoulder. You see there is somebody wearing, the ritual, the dark robes with like the swastika symbol on it, wearing like a fool's mask with the crazy nose and the tassels and everything. Coming straight towards you, and like they reach into their robe and they pull out like a nasty ritual-looking dagger, which looks like it has draconic symbols on the blade. So it's like a dragon slaying knife.
Cool.
And he is pulling back to stab you, but you like saw it coming. So
I'm immediately burning 2 corruption points to
Okay.
go all out.
oh boy, all right.
So suddenly, my skin turns the scales. I have wings, and I have claws as well. And I'm just going to gout of fire this dude,
Okay.
which marks off my last one. So yeah, I'm one corruption level away from being retired as a character. Order Draconis is pushing my limits right now. So that's still a 7. Because I'm plus 1,
Oh, wow, you rolled
Yeah.
and I have plus spear, which is 3.
Spam.
So, yeah, so I'm unleashing an attack against this with fire. So it's going to do...
Actually, because I'm a conduit. Oh,
Let's let it out.
That's just advancing. Let it out.
Yeah. So yeah, this dude is going to get torched.
All right. What is the total there?
It's total 7. So I'm going to... I'm going to deal with 3 harm and then take something from them. Their concealment. So I know who's attacking me.
All right. So, yeah, you like torch him.
Yeah.
He is on fire, and he like kind of stumbles back. And
I'm gonna find myself in a bad spot. That's what's I'm gonna take that disadvantage.
okay.
Roll a 7.
So this like weird, flaming figure steps back. The mask falls away. A few things happen as it like kind of comes apart and crumples. You realize it is just another like effigy, like it's full of just like ash and sawdust within. Or I mean, it was sawdust, now it's like ash. And secondly, a pair of scissors falls out of it and like sticks into the dirt next to you. And then you realize that there's more than one of these guys. Another scissor man is creeping up behind you, pulling out another knife. At this point, kind of everybody roll, initiative. This is just a little, so just roll, everybody roll keep your cool. And that will kind of decide the order we go in. It worked pretty well last time, so everybody's just rolling keep your cool, which is with spirit.
Yep.
So did anybody get higher than 12?
Almost.
Okay, anybody get 12 or 11 or 12?
11.
11.
Okay, who's the higher spirit of you two?
I have 3, so me.
Okay, so Merle's going first,
Surprising.
then Kurt.
I think-
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
In my next advance.
Anybody get 8 or 9 or
I
10?
think
got
it is
9.
Phantasm for a plus
9.
1.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Who is the higher spirit?
I've got
+2.
I roll with blood, which is +2.
Ooh, okay. I'll say it's Piotr.
If you're okay with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's. Hopefully, it's okay.
I mean,
So we gotta figure out some way to do it.
Either way, we can just move at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it's like who speaks first,
Go ahead.
Because I gotta figure out some way to do it. All right. And then Loretta and Mina, what did you guys get?
I have 6.
Okay. Why are you guys all rolling? You're defeating the whole purpose. You gotta look different now.
My spirit's -1, so you.
Ooh, who is the higher spirit?
I'm -1.
Yeah, same.
Alright, do a quick roll off. You all say, I don't know what I'm doing. Who got more?
I did. I got 6 again.
This is hilarious.
Should we just decide that roll off?
No, that's fine, dude.
Okay.
We go with spirit as the move is intended. I get to use blood because I'm using a move.
And the
okay.
baddies go last.
I'm
Okay.
totally fine with that.
Okay.
Alright, so Merle, you are about to be stabbed by this other. I will say you get, because you rolled pretty high on the keep your cool here, you can kind of get the first move on him. Unleash an attack, or what are you thinking of doing here?
I'm actually going to yell out and say, the Scissor Man is back. Can we deal with this idiot? And I'm going to fly back towards Bathory in the ritual to kind of stay close to it. And I'm going to use my Unleash to kind of try to rebuff, not Unleash, let it out, to kind of rebuff with my wings and push back.
Ooh, that's
the
very cool.
Individual. Oh my god, nope.
Snake eyes.
It's a Snake Eyes. Even with a
Oh,
+1,
no.
it's still a 6.
Alright, you're gonna take faint harm.
I have 2 armor.
Okay. Armor's gone, so you're good, but
Technically, it's my scales and my
Oh.
vest.
okay.
I'm super beefy right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how this would work. So I want him to hurt you. But you can't take away your scales. I'm still gonna say this. He hurls the because I gotta make you pay for that snake eyes.
Yeah.
He throws the dragon slaying knife. It goes into you and it like stabs you, and you can feel like this is a knife that is made to kill dragons. Like
Yeah.
this is a St. George kind of thing. It is burrowing its way into you. To the heart, yeah. So you don't have to like take harm just yet. But unless you get someone who can get it out of you and heal you, it will kill you.
Great. I need some help, guys.
Yep.
Because
Kurt,
if he
I got you.
goes,
Yeah.
we all go.
Yeah, no, if I go, it's bye everyone
No.
here. End of arc.
I believe you shared that information with
That is
when you said not to kill him.
Yeah, that is 6 harm armor piercing
Well, some
to
of us
everyone
might.
nearby me as my dragon form escapes and goes to uniform.
No, I mean
Goodbye.
afterwards, some of us might actually come back to life. Some
You-
Awesome. I know we got the immortal here, so
I mean-
yeah.
Yeah, 2 of you might survive.
Maybe.
But the 2 mortals will not.
Alright, Kurt, what are you doing?
My death has stakes.
I'm going to at least.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm going to try and at least get the dagger out of him, out of our good friend, our dragon friend.
Yeah, don't call me a good friend.
Yes.
Oh, well, you guys are becoming friends. I think
We're friendly, but I'm not a good person.
Yeah.
Definitely not good.
So I don't know what that would be, or if they not his role.
I mean, could we let it out?
Or it could be lend a hand.
Yeah, or lend a hand.
Yeah.
I think either way.
So lending a hand. Where is that?
The other hands you roll with his faction.
Ah, okay. Cool. I'm perfectly fine. Oh, I've already rolled with that, but still. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent.
Whoa, very good. All right. So you were able to use Kurt. You just like pulling it out, using like some like psychic powers to help you.
I don't have that kind of psychic powers.
All right, you just pull it out. It hurts a lot, but at least it's not burrowing towards his heart anymore.
Does he still
I'm
take
glad to
fire?
not be dying.
No, he's okay.
Okay.
Keep that dagger, it's very useful.
Oh yeah, I am.
Piotr,
Has the ritual been completed yet?
at this point, it's like nearing the end of it. So the center of the plateau is glowing, and out of it, a glowing shape looks kind of like an urn. No, it's not a little, you chosen wisely grail that we all know and love from our. I'm blanking the Raiders, not the Raiders. What's the Last Crusade?
Last Crusade, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the one we all know and love from that. It actually looks more like Grecian in a way. In fact, Maximilian, if you get a look at it, it might be familiar to you. But yeah, it's like this kind of big stone urn that is like emerging from the earth.
But if it's still emerging, that means there's still time to stop it. Okay. I'm going to use my new move that I had last episode, but haven't used yet. Is that gasoline I smell? So, when you search a location for the resources or tools needed to destroy it, roll with blood. Since I get a plus Question. Do +1s stack? Because I am trying to stop Elizabeth.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know, is this the impending disaster that
It's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get his +1.
So you're sure that gasoline isn't the impending disaster?
It
Alright,
might be.
So this is a +4 altogether. So 2 + 6, exactly what I needed. 10. So, on a hit, you find whatever you need to bring the place down around you. On a 10+, everything is already arrayed to your liking. All you have to do is light the fuse.
Okay.
So, I'm going to destroy this place. Or at least the ritual site, and make sure this ritual doesn't come to completion.
Whoa, okay. Here's what you notice. So the Brocken Spectre has arrived. You glance over your shoulder and you see this, like, kind of gaseous... What am I doing? I don't know. This is what it's doing with its hands. Yeah, this is a fun kind of dance. This sort of,
Inflatable puppet.
Yeah.
yeah, it looks a little bit like that.
You heard there was a party going on?
Yeah, so you came by to check it out.
I call it the micro dance. You've done
Yes.
it before.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I do, and I'm doing mystical, magical things. Well, this mystical, magical thing wants in and wants to help, like, just break this up and stop this, because it knows it's wrong. It's like the guardian spirit of the mountain.
Ah, exactly what I needed.
Yeah, so it's got these, like, big glowing eyes, like, fixed on you, so it might just need... so, like, setting the fuse would be you, like, you know, basically just...
Pointing out.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You could do that with a let it out or a persuade. Hit the streets. I mean, I like a lot of these.
It's a let
would
it
be
out.
able-
If you
If
get
I
a
hit-
12+.
It's a advanced move
Oh, really?
because of the
Yeah,
conduit.
conduit.
Alright. Let it out it is. I'm not exactly sure I still get the pluses or anything. Yep. Okay.
+1 ongoing, right?
Yeah. +1 ongoing.
That's a 12.
Alright.
Whoa.
So, because it's... there it is.
Plus spirit, plus the bonuses. Yeah.
Yeah, on a 12+, your powers or abilities manifest in an unexpectedly useful way. Mark corruption to make that manifestation permanent.
Alright, I'm marking corruption.
Whoa, boy. All right. Guess what? This Piotr, you were once just a normal. No, that's not true. You were once just an average Russian undead soldier looking for revenge, but now you are permanently imbued with the spirit of the mountain.
Oh boy. What?
Mr. Sue would be so jealous.
So I point out to it, stop it, but it has some other ideas like, I got a better idea. Come here.
Yes, the Brocken Spectre. I was not expecting this when I made this game. I just thought the Brocken Spectre would just be like attacking everybody, but it goes into you, and now you are just like surging with this power because now you're the conduit, you know, to use that term, of this mountain's power. So you can like direct it to your will.
Well, that's
So you can do like lost damage with your attacks. You can like regenerate, and it will always be with you. But you gotta, you know, look out for the land
yeah.
in return. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Maybe not as
I
powerful as it is here, but over here you are very powerful.
already have another demon inside me, so
Well, this one's good. I mean, this is like
Yeah.
a good spirit, so.
This is your spirit of justice.
The angel
Okay.
of
You're right. You have the angel and the devil.
well, that was unexpected, but exactly what I needed. Okay, let's stop this ritual then.
All right, we'll pop back to you in a second. Maximilian, what are you doing?
Well, I am going to roll to go into battle at the new move that I picked when I leveled up from the other class, and that is a bad one.
Ooh, yeah, it's like a
Let's see, roll
6.
flood. Actually, hold on. No,
Maybe not that. You get a.
no, that's an 8. So
Okay.
7 and 9, I get 2. So,
cool.
and then those are all things to, I guess, use during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I'll just heal. Reach up and heal.
Merle.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I drew a blank.
My name is Merle.
Healing him for 2
Okay.
with just by placing my hand on his side as he's floating up. Just reach up. and
I've
grab him.
landed. I'm just like,
Or
I
landed.
reach out. I'm just like, thanks, buddy.
Just put my hand on him, and he just feels nature's caress as he is healed for 2.
Ah, nice. All right, Loretta.
I'm looking for a gaping wound into my chest.
I think I was.
Yeah. Oh no, my bad. Mina.
Yeah, so Mina sees something going on with, there's just like this entity that's like going into him.
The mountain spirit.
And I was just like standing there in a power-up position.
Yeah, you're in a But there's something that I know is going on with the grail, so I don't want it to be destroyed because I have plans for it as well. So then I'm going to bring it to your attention and say he's doing something and you should go stop him. I don't know if I need to persuade him because he's already.
Wait, is he doing something with the grail?
He's gonna start moving towards it, I think,
Yeah.
right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of pop back to that.
Yeah.
All right, what is Loretta doing? We still got the Scissor Man.
Yes, I was going to say, if I didn't see that happen where he just torched one and like all that stuff, that's what I'm looking for next. Like, head on a swivel, who's around?
Yeah, that
or
second
what's
Scissor
going on.
Man.
Okay. So that's what I'll be trying to take up next then, basically.
All right, what do you need to attack on that guy?
I'll be pulling out the sawed off, I think.
Yeah, you're in
Not
range.
today.
Oh,
How many of these are we
Yeah.
gonna get? Oy.
Man, I've had bad rolls all day so far. Yeah, so.
Snake
that's a
eyes.
6, even with the +1.
I know, right?
How many scissor hand people are there?
Oh,
Just one. There were two.
Just do one.
it's a
Okay.
One
6.
died.
You said.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Can I
Hold
also
on.
try to attack
Yeah.
even
Hold
though
on.
I'm
Hold
yelling
on,
for it?
it's
Oh.
a 6. If anyone
Oh,
wants
someone
to
could
help.
assist. Yeah, good idea.
Wait, it's
You would be there.
Well, let me describe, or do you want to describe what do you think happens for the 6?
Misfire.
Yeah, you like
Shotgun
raise.
shell.
So the Scissor Man's like, you kind of get right behind it. You get the shotgun all ready. He has like, he's throwing his dagger. He pulls out like a hatchet. He's getting ready to swing that down, and then he like notices you with the
Could
gun
I
misfiring.
assist in throwing the dagger that I just procured from Merle?
Yeah, that would do it.
So,
Here you go.
So yeah, roll the assist with his faction.
7,
Mortality, right?
9.
Awesome.
So
All right, so it is now 7.
No,
So maybe
I
so
literally
like
scream out 9 and throw a dagger.
Shack's long enough
So-
to clear the barrel and.
So it's a lot of harm, but I'll find myself in a bad spot for that. Yeah, for sure. Still.
okay, so you like fire and unload on him. I'll tell you what the bad spot is.
Yeah, it's like 5 damage. So.
Yeah, that takes him out.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
And again, it is just like sawdust. So some weird murderous spirit or murderous individual is like building these and like possessing them to do the
Serious consideration to deal with that.
to
for
do
this.
the killing.
Doesn't
Yeah, allergies.
Yeah, I know.
You just like decapitate it with the shotgun blast. But as it falls down, here's the bad spot. You notice the glint of moonlight on like a sniper scope in like the mountains in the distance.
Oh, shit.
And in fact, this is actually the baddie's turn. So I'm gonna have you roll to keep your cool.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend a hold on this? Because I do actually have.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
So that's 8.
Oh, dear.
I was about to say, like, oh my god, I thought
I
that was
roll blood.
all right. What does the hold do?
The hold is name a character within my reach, and while I fight, I intercept any attack directed at them, and they suffer no harm.
Okay, you were gonna take a little bit of harm, maybe the feint, but now you take the feint harm because you just like step in front of it, and as a sniper's bullet, one of
It's a
those,
revenant move.
yeah, like a scope Mauser, just like fires, and you take the shot, or you can be like bullet wound to the shoulder. Not too bad because you're a vampire, so it's like faint harm. But yeah, it definitely hurts. As you look up, you can see like there's some more moonlight, and there's like some snipers wearing like the the black SS uniforms with the whole like death's head stuff
right.
set up in the mountains. And there might be more of them hidden in the shadows, all just like
Damn it,
aiming
not
down
again.
to take out the ritual and take the grail for themselves. Who else are they gonna shoot at? I'm trying to think who do you think is the biggest threat?
You mean the dragon?
It might
Or
be
the Super Saiyan revenant.
yeah. Or, you know what? Or both. So I want both you guys to roll keep your cool. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. 8.
6.
Okay.
I'm taking damage this time.
Yes, you get faint harm. These are like these bullets. You get shot like twice. And the first one, your scales can hold back, but another one like just cuts into you. And you can write that you are shoulder shot. And you got an 8.
Got an 8.
All right. Do you have armor?
I don't know what the, merge
God.
with the spirit of the land
Oh,
thing
okay.
really does.
Yeah, it gives you armor.
Okay.
It gives you 1 armor. So you normally have armor. The armor is out at this moment, though.
Gotcha.
So like the mountain spirit rushes over and the bullet just like doesn't hit you. Just the rock inspector protects it. But yeah, now you guys notice the snipers are there. Also, at this point, the ritual has finished. The grail stands there. In fact, and you notice, Maximilian, the etchings on the side are definitely Atlantean. It looks a little Greek, but like you know that it's different. You know this is an artifact from your hometown.
That'll definitely garner his attention then.
Yeah. So it is Merle's turn.
I'm going to attempt to let it out and go for the grail.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a 12, which I believe let it out is now advanced currently, correct?
Yep.
So what's the advanced version of it do?
Our ability is manifest in unexpectedly useful ways.
So yeah, there's just kind of like, I am no longer Merle. I am Acrylianox, the indigo drake. Just this giant creature of just an actual literal dragon. Just pick it up with my mouth and begin to fly away. I'm not marking permanent. I'm not marking corruption make it permanent though.
Okay.
All right.
That would have some really unintended consequences.
I think so. A little bit hard to do the whole game as a giant old dragon.
Yeah. So enough to, at least I'm now floating above the scene. Still there, in full dragon form for the moment.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
feels good to be back.
So everyone is just staring at him in amazement as this dragon has come to life, scooped up the grail, and is flying away.
Nice
Kurt,
job, company.
what are you doing?
It does.
There's still these, like, even the SS snipers, they're like, pause for a moment, and they start
No.
I would hope so.
very confused. They're just trying to take some shots to bring him down, you think?
know what to do.
I would imagine so.
I'm not good in a fight. So.
Yeah, you can kind of hold your action if you want, or maybe investigate the scissor man.
Yeah,
If
sure.
you drop the scissors, you could.
I was gonna. At some point, I want to retake the dagger that I got. So I'm gonna do that, and then I guess. Yeah, I guess I can. I will also see if I can. Yeah, I'll let it out and see if I can maybe foretell a way out or something. So,
Yeah, it could be a good time to leave for everybody.
it's not a 12, but it's a 10.
Alright.
Alright, so you're looking for an easy escape?
Yeah.
Alright, you spot one. There is like a mountain trail that will take you like right down from this peak. It's kind of secluded between two stones, so it's an easy way out. And nobody's kind of noticed this in the middle of this crazy firefight.
Sure. So I will make my way first to the blade to grab that, and then on my way out, I will let everyone know about how that should be like over there. Just go over there.
Alright, I'll make you roll to scoop up the dragon killing blade. You can just rush over and grab that. What is Piotr doing?
So, for Vigilante, should I have rolled that at the start of combat?
Yeah.
When you
Mike
go into
is-
battle.
Yeah, so probably should have. Mind if I roll it down?
Sure.
He killed
I just
Merle.
mean you would use the other
Can't
move
kill Merle.
anyway.
I mean,
I
you
would have loved
it
to
just wouldn't be
kill
very,
Merle.
very good.
Don't know if the pluses add to this. They've had for everything else. If the
Yeah, I
pluses
think it's
add,
fine. Yeah.
it's a 10, so I hold 3. Okay. So you say I can't kill Merle.
I'm a dragon form,
Plus,
buddy.
you can only kill NPCs.
You could injure him. You could take the grail from him, or you could
That's fine with me. Gonna break it.
Huh.
grab it down, drop it. Like, what do you?
Or I could do this. I'm going to spend one hold to cross the distance at any character outside of my reach before they have time to adjust or react. So suddenly, I'm on top of the dragon. And pointing a gun right at the back of your head. Give up the grail, Merle. The spirit of the land commands it.
Okay. And I have to get back to my turn to resolve that. Unless you'd like me to make some sort of rule at the moment.
We could do that. I think this is. I mean, Well, let's let everybody else go
Yeah.
real fast. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think they seem to be like escape is the escape or dying in the sniper fire might be the only options here.
Yep.
What is Maximilian doing? So we'll cut back to
How
you.
many
Yeah.
snipers have we seen thus far?
Lots.
So far, like many.
Okay.
You've definitely seen one. You see like the moonlight glinting on like 5 or 6 other scopes, and there's probably more of them in there, as well as other troops too.
All right. Well, in that case, two options. One to help you and one not to help you. But I will spend my last hole to kill, disable, or disarm a NPC within reach, which I'm assuming Bathory is.
Yeah, she would probably be going. I mean, she kind of trusts Merle to an extent. She might be okay with this, but yeah, she might be going for him too. So what are you doing to her?
I'm going to kill her because if she's right there, he will kill her he will remove the choice from so Peter doesn't have to make that hard choice.
Oh dear.
Alright.
With a let it out if you want me to do that as well, or it specifically says just kill, disable, or disarm. Or I can just use the move to cross the distance between us because we never actually stated whether I was right next to them or not.
I'd be okay with next to it. All right. Why don't you roll for it and we'll see.
Okay. I'll let it out.
Yeah.
That'll be a 6 plus the 1.
Plus the 1, yeah.
That's 7, 9.
Okay. You can't kill her with that, but I'd be okay with like disable, like.
That's fine. I'll just
Yeah.
disable her. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, but now I mean you so her death might occur later, but this severely weakens her. I mean, I think after this, her power is gonna take a hit. So what do you
describe
do?
her as I go to her and uproot her, and just slam her down and hold her in place, and look up knowing since he has the gun to
Yeah, you
Merle
just like
and-
smash her down. Maybe you
and
want to
I'm
like.
holding her and I'll look up at Piotr and say, "Your choice. What happens?"
Maybe you could like. Do you want to like push over one of those
or-
like standing stones on
Yeah,
her? That would
we'll
like
do
hold
that.
her in place.
That's fine.
Yeah, she's like crushed under that stone, pinned to the earth. What is Mina doing?
It just gives you a slight nod.
What is Mina doing?
That is the question.
So you can try and help Merle escape. You can
always
try and
a
find
question.
some way to shoot him down. You can just escape yourself. Might be the best.
All hell is breaking loose.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna with all this hell that's happening.
Literal.
So you see that he's got him
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Oh.
I wanna save her.
Ooh.
I don't know, like carry her away.
Okay, I like it.
Since it was a let it out
From whatever.
Oh,
it is.
on their
Bathory.
on a
Bathory, yeah.
hit, you mind if I just do the frighten, intimidate for the snipers that are in the back?
Yeah, that would do that. That's a good one.
So I'll
Give this some pause. I can see that.
I'll choose the other one from the list there. So
At least you're using your like vampire strength. Okay, so to help her, you could roll lend a hand. You could do maybe a let it out. I'd be okay with either of those.
choose one more corruption.
I guess so. What do I roll with lend a hand?
They're
Lend a hand is her
Factual
faction,
faction.
which would be
Power.
Power.
Okay.
But
Alright.
you can use. Actually, no, it's only those things.
Yeah, I have power.
Yeah.
That's like the one I have. 7?
Hey.
That does it. I mean, this one was like it does it or it doesn't. So
Okay.
you help her.
Okay. And also, I put her on my back so in case the snipers start shooting, they'll shoot her first.
Always good. And you can like jet
So
away.
that would be a corruption.
Helping.
Yeah, I'm helping her, yes.
Cash in a debt to get her to stay, since she
What's-
owes me.
Oh, wait, what is the debt?
Oh, yeah. On a PC.
That could add. So are you gonna cash in debt for her to?
Asking, if we can, because I want her. I'm not necessarily killing her. I just want her to be in a position of a disadvantage. The Bathory. That's
Okay.
what his end goal is.
So
Okay.
it is ultimately up to.
So I mean, if you start to take it,
Nina.
I'm just. He would express that Just leave her for Piotr to decide her fate.
I'm gonna try to weasel
And then
out
you
of
can,
the deal.
you decide what you want to do from there.
So, do you want
Plus art.
to? So, Mina, do you want to?
I'm gonna try to refuse to honor the debt.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
11.
All right. You weasel out of the deal. So the debt's still there, but you are like, I am getting her out of the way. So
Who knows about these bullets? We'll see.
Yeah. So you take. I'm sorry, Maximilian.
No, it's fine.
Applebomb will live another
Hey,
day.
she still owes me a debt, so.
It's true. Okay, Loretta, what are you doing?
Does anyone look like they are in a calm position, like people that might be the manipulators of these entities of scissormen?
Why don't you give me a
That's what I'd go after.
maybe investigate a place of power
Cool.
for like.
Sweet.
Is this
This is with actually this is gonna be with mortality.
okay? 11.
Whoa! All right. So you peer into like the trees to the side, and you do see there is somebody who's manipulating the scissorman. A bit further back, like in the ranks of the SS. But he is not an SS soldier. This is like a weird, ragged-looking.
I went to cash in the
But he looks sort of normal, just his like clothes are a bit rumpled. And he has like kind of a shabby mustache and like just a bent fedora. And his eyes are like kind of glazed over, and his hands are like moving, controlling, marionetting, puppeting these things. And you realize the seemingly normal guy, though there is something off about him, is the one behind the scissorman.
Okay. Too far to take any shots at?
You have like a long rifle, or
I don't.
yeah, probably a sidearm or shot-off shotgun wouldn't work at this range. Yeah.
Okay.
But at least you know who he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna make note of that. And if there's no one else in my way out of here, then I guess this place is going to shit, so I'm getting out of here.
All right.
Because flying away, running away. What are you guys doing?
I've told you the path that I'm taking.
Yeah.
So
Booking it down there. I'll make you roll the escape because you got that path. All right, so let's resolve what Merle and Piotr are up there in the sky.
So you want me to leave it for the SS?
Or give it to me. In fact, I prefer you hand it to me.
I reach back and give it to him.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Still want it later, and I'm going to attempt to fly us both out of the scene.
Thank you.
All right.
Hop on, sure.
So you didn't escape?
Yeah, well, I'm just they're coming down. I'll just
He was
wave
still
to them
counting,
like,
he's
oh,
"Oh,
they just pick you up?
I'm
Here.
Yeah, I will pick him up gently with my
Yes,
mouth
thank you.
now that it's free.
Awesome.
you have your.
Appreciate your cooperation.
No, I don't need to make you roll for it because like you're a dragon.
Sure, I
it's
do.
not hard to get this.
It's around 9 o'clock anyway, so.
Yeah, we'll kind of do our ending moves. I just want to say that I want to do like kind of a final closing scene.
Yep.
That actually has to do with the vision we saw at the very beginning. So everyone is kind of relocated in Berlin. You have the Grail, but now a very bad thing has hit Berlin because the Olympics are like just about to start. And there's going to be all these foreigners here. It's like observing things. The Nazis got to like clean up the city and get all their goose-stepping, face smashing out of the way. So the brown shirts are just out in force, and they're taking down like every degenerate cabaret. So all these like kind of gay and lesbian venues that have been maybe getting by for a little bit are like going down. They're like forcibly closing them, carting off whoever's in there, and just dynamiting or burning down the structures.
So since he accepted all types,
Yeah, so
this
the
place
Pearl.
was burned down.
Yes, so the
Makes
Pearl
sense.
is definitely one of those on their list, and that is destroyed. You guys are all kind of like you're watching it from like the apartment of the Ionescu twins, or litter mates, I guess. And Gad Beck's there too, and just kind of watching their city getting decimated and purged in this event. And yeah, they're just like kind of silently watching, just knowing that like now the bad times are truly here. All right, and on that dark note, we're going to bring the session to a close.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Olympics, it was a weird thing in Berlin at that time. I still think U.S. should have boycotted it. I don't know. Okay, well, there was a lot of urge to. A lot of people said we should have boycotted that one, but well, whatever. All right, let's do those ending moves. So we'll start with Michael. So for Maximilian, many factions go up and down, and then do you think you owe a debt, or anybody owe you a debt?
Well, let's see.
So any factions go up or go down?
What factions do we interact with tonight? Honestly, it was.
I mean, there was a lot of power. You
Power.
personally interacted with someone from Mortality because of Svetlana.
And some wild.
Yeah, there was some wild because of the Brocken Spectre.
And what would Bathory be then?
Bathory's
in all
power.
this- in all this. Well, he'll take probably a -1 to power since that's not gonna.
Yeah, they lost pretty big tonight. They lost the Grail.
They lost that and didn't exactly help me out there.
Yeah.
And probably, just for the effectiveness and how impressed he was with Merle, he'll go up with 1 in wild.
Hey,
Just because of how the impressive display of wild power, I guess.
Yeah, nice.
firepower.
Firepower. Do you think anyone owes you a debt, or do you owe anyone a debt?
Well, when we had our intimate moment, we exchanged. He came into my web. Piotr came into my web and owes me a debt from the moment of intimacy itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be about it. I don't think he incurred any debt from anyone.
Okay, I can see that.
So, I mean, he tried to cash in some debt, but apparently didn't work.
Yeah, weaseled out.
Nice.
Okay, how about Kurt?
Well,
Debatable.
Any factions go up or go down?
Well, I think definitely my standing with power is going down because of. Although, yeah, I kind of interfered with the rituals, so yeah, I'm probably been seen less and less and sort of on their side, which may be troublesome.
Okay.
I don't know about anything rising. The problem with today is I've seen the possibility of 2 things going down because of the SS as well.
Yeah, they're also kind of under mortality, sadly. So.
Yeah. So, but I'll keep mortality where it is, and just lower power. I don't think I'll raise anything now.
All right, very
You could
good.
just leave it as it was. Because you only have to raise, or you only have to lower if you raise something, and vice versa.
You have to do
You have to
the way
you have to balance it. Oh, okay.
If you go up, you have to go down some.
Okay. So I guess.
So if you don't want to just leave it
Yeah,
flat out even.
then I guess I'll just leave it flat. Let's see, in terms of debts,
Anybody owes you? I mean, you saved Merle.
I did.
Yeah.
At least
Merle owes you, or?
I'd owe her. Yeah. Owe him. I'd owe Kurt.
Okay. All right. Merle, what any factions go up or down for you?
Mortality is dropping to the lowest it can go, to -3. Largely because now all the mortality faction, including Order Draconis, know there was a dragon on the loose.
Yeah, you kind of cat's out of the bag.
Yeah,
at this
cat's out of the
point.
bag at this
Dragon's
point.
out of the bag.
Yeah, just literally. And I think power probably goes up because I did attempt to keep the object out of the hands of our enemies.
Interesting. Okay.
Because
Then any
it appeared because their gunshots appeared. The dragon grabbed it and then tried to flee.
Right. So are there any? I can see that. Are there any debts besides the one we talked about with Kurt?
No, honestly, at this point, I don't think so. I think mainly just Kurt saving my life.
I mean, I did heal you, but that was in the heat of battle.
Yeah,
be something too.
I will owe our friend Maximilian.
Okay, you can end up
for
in the
healing
web
me.
at this point, yeah, or not.
He's already there.
Yeah.
All
it's
right.
good.
Oh,
That
that's
was a
true.
very friendly thing to do.
We'll just give him an extra one. It's cool.
Okay. How about Mina? Any factions up
I
or
don't
down?
think anything changes with her faction because originally she was 1 power and 1 wild, and now she's carried off Bathory, but we don't know what she's going to do with her.
Oh.
Whoa. Well, Just let me know. We have a little while to let me know. Do you just get rid of Bathory?
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Those are for texts after the game, so that none of us as players know. Which
Well,
is
it'll be a cool reveal. I don't know either. It's up to Mina at this point. Okay. Any debts you think you owe or anybody owes you?
I don't think so. I still owe him that one debt. But...
Yeah, she weaseled out of.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How about Loretta?
Yeah, I think mortality might go down, actually, just because 2 encounters tonight. One with Mr. Trap again, which I was waiting for to show up. And now I have a little bit of insight into the Scissor Man.
Yeah, I think you're definitely made some enemies
with
there.
What today?
Well,
What's
sort of
your-
what's
At the
think-
the ritual.
the ritual? I think was. I think the ritual probably would have counted as power.
Okay. I can't believe I'm gonna give them one.
Yeah, because I think I was going to that ritual as sort of like a liaison to the power faction.
Right,
So,
to the Bund.
Yeah.
Okay. And then any
And
debts?
of course, this is the one I think of it that I did step in front of a bullet for her. As well.
Well,
I'll
it's
take
true.
a
My
good
father always
name
said that
for
he'd
ya.
do that. For
Yeah, this
purposes.
vampire seems to be kind of nice.
That's,
good
that's,
vampire.
Good
something you should have
vampire.
done. It's unfortunate.
Okay.
Mm.
That's why I don't take it as a debt. I leave it up to
Right.
Loretta to decide.
Okay.
No, for the assist, I was going to give you one. Because I would have been in a really, really bad spot without that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She cannot feel that she owes me.
Wow.
Totally his character.
We'll see how that relationship continues or progresses as our arc goes on. How about Piotr? What went up and what went down?
Well, either night. I would do night going up because he just agreed to, work around with Order of Sanguis and everything. But I'm going to increase 1. I think that's going to have the bigger impact on Piotr's life at the moment. And I'm going to lower power. Ironically, it started as my highest, and now it's become one of my lowest.
Interesting. Well, characters change.
Yeah, relationships change, people.
People sometimes
they go good, sometimes
I
they
know.
go bad.
Sometimes your lover's a weird tree vampire woman who just wants to abuse you. All right.
Don't
Any debts you owe?
We
or
already covered the debt to Maximilian.
Oh,
I was
right.
going to owe you a debt anyways. Really help me on. No other debts I can think of. I pointed a gun to the back of Merle's head.
Yeah, that's understandable. Merle's like, okay, I'm not gonna deal with this. The whole point was to get the chalice away from Bathory. As long as I end up with it, I'll take any path to get there.
All right. Very cool.
He gave the grail up, so
did.
I'm good.
I proved that I
Okay.
would be in Blue's eyes.
So that is where we're going to bring this game to a close. Next time is going to be a special one-shot. So maybe we'll see some new characters, some familiar faces coming back perhaps. It will all be in a little a prequel. That way you can't I can't spoil the fates of any characters. But also some characters cannot be killed, so it's a trade-off. Anyway, this will be called City of Devils. It will take place in 1930s Shanghai. It's an intense international city. It's a city that I'm very interested in. I've done a lot of just kind of reading about on my own. It's a weird place. It's this kind of international town where refugees from it's the only place you can go if you don't have a passport. So all sorts of refugees hang out there. And also it's the center of imperialism and trade. So you have all these foreign concessions, and you have all this conflict within China at the time because of the Civil War and the Revolution and all that, and then the Japanese waiting just about to take it all over in the most horrible war known to human history. So if we're gonna do some scary times and places, we got to do Shanghai, and that's what is next week. So tune in then for Generation Shadow City of Devils.
Okay.
Dang.
Can't wait to watch.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. We had quite a few different watchers tonight on different platforms, but take a peek on all of our whatever platform we're on and you're watching, from Mixer to Twitter to whatever to Twitch and all that good stuff. Facebook, don't forget about you. So thanks for everybody for watching. I have to say that I have a very. We'll close this out with. Because I can't use the trademark. The more you actually. I can't say the more you know. But I just did. But it's stuff you should live by.
The more you comprehend.
The more
Yes.
you can use those terms and those phrases. Fair use if they're meant for comedy.
Okay, then here we go.
The more you know.
When you are in love with a nightmare, you need to wake up.
That's pretty good.
I was like,
That,
you know.
that was pretty good.
That's great.
holy
Oh my God.
crap, dude. You changed my life.
Oh,
Michael,
man.
you changed my life.
It's all Svetlana. The smart vampire woman.
He's a great
I mean,
character.
it's all in
So
good fun until you get a big splinter. So, until next week, pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. Have a good
Thanks
night,
for everyone
everybody.
for joining.
That was awesome.
Thanks for hearing.